The rules are simple, the task immense. Any man, any game. Poker one-on-one. $500,000 just to see his hands. Welcome to the Les Ambassador Casino in London. This is the Full Tilt Poker Durrrr Million Dollar Challenge. Tom Dwan is looking down from the top of the poker world and inviting any man to take him on, because everyone has a destiny. Welcome to London's Les Ambassadors Casino for one of the biggest heads-up events, the Full Tilt Poker Durrrr Million Dollar Challenge. The poker sensation Tom Dwan will take on 3 of the world's greatest cash game players. When the cards go in the air, we find out if anyone can beat Tom Dwan. Known as Durrrr, this 23-year-old started with nothing and has built an empire.
I convinced my parents to throw $50 online on my Paradise Poker account and never look back.
He has won record pots of over $1.1 million.
You need to be confident in your game. You need to be able to bluff and lose a big pot or make a big call and be wrong and just move on to the next hand and get over it.
He has an impressive resume, which includes cashes in the WSOP, EPT, and Premier League.
I had a nickname for you. You know what it was?
What was it?
Duracell. You keep raising and raising and raising and raising.
In 2009, Durrrr issued a heads-up challenge.
Heads-up poker is definitely my favorite form of poker. You're going to need to always play a lot of hands. You're going to need to always be thinking.
His opponents are Sammy George, Italian high-stakes player Marcello, and Finnish pro Zygmunt.
I would always rather end up with the money. I don't care if I get lucky or play well to get there, but it's most likely that you end up with the money if you play well.
Last time, Sammy George was the first to take on the mighty Durrrr.
I can't believe I'm playing Tom Dwan.
You're so sick in the head.
No, we're talking Sammy talk.
I just suck at math.
I hate that.
But he couldn't contend with Dwan's skill and aggression and lost a massive $750K.
Come on.
No!
Wow! That is a gigantic bet.
This is serious. Oh, you can't fold, Sammy.
This pot will go down in the history of TV poker. This was just incredible.
I won $750,000 today, so that's a pretty good win. I'm pretty happy with it. And it was a fun game, especially made so by the fact that I caught so many cards.
Tonight, Luck Express Marcello takes his turn at the bays, and this Italian's no stranger to high stakes.
You're such a weirdo.
Thank you.
I don't know why I thought wine with dinner was a good idea.
It's a little bit stranger.
I'm so confused.
It's impossible.
Just don't win.
Now I can recognize you.
It's gonna be a long day of poker.
Throughout this match, I'll be joined for comments and analysis from Triple Crown winner Roland DeWolf and serial tournament winner Neil Channing. Guys, Roland, what do you expect from this match? Marcello, Durrrr.
I think it's a fascinating matchup of 2 very aggressive players. Marcello has been really an amazing story on the internet, from being a guy that everyone wanted to play to a guy that hardly anyone wanted to play. He's improved his game tenfold, and he's got a lot of money. He's not going to be scared of anything today, and Durrrr puts fear into people. Without that, he's going to have to come up with some interesting strategies. I think it's going to be Durrrr chipping away and Marcello maybe on the defensive, but he's liable for a huge move as well, so it's going to be great stuff.
Big pots?
It's interesting, isn't it? I'm kind of wondering, why would Marcello want to come here and play Durrrr? You know, this is like the best player in the world. Why does someone want to come and do that? It's fascinating though. He's stuck in Italy where he can only play against Italian people online, and now he's come to London to play the best in the world. It's going to be good.
I mean, when you see a guy like Tom Dwan play, and we're going to see so many of the hands, what do you look for? Where does his skill show?
I mean, this is a guy who's comfortable in so many different situations. He's comfortable on the front foot, he's comfortable on the button, in position. He can do anything at any time, and he's a great reader of his opponent as well. And what he'll be doing is he'll be setting up the plays. You know, it's like a game of chess, you know. Heads up, so many big blinds deep, the blinds aren't going up. It's all about the setup, you know. This is going to be a long match, a long chess game for them guys.
So the first few hands set a tone?
Well, I totally agree with Roland. I think it'll be a long game, this one, maybe later on in this series of matches we're going to see more fireworks. This one's going to be a real battle in the trenches, I think. And there's going to be lots of small pots of chipping away.
Let's get the action underway.
The action was on the tour.
And I'm delighted to be watching this match with high-stakes player, poker professional Isaac Haxton. Isaac, you've seen Tom Dwan, and you know a bit about Marcello, don't you?
Yeah, I've played a little with Marcello online as well.
How is he going to be different than Sammy George?
I think Marcello's been playing poker a bit longer than Sammy. He's a bit more of a technical player, from what I can tell.
5,000.
Though likewise also an amateur.
Tell me about his heads-up game.
He's played quite a bit of heads-up, and his heads-up game can vary a lot from one day to the next. Some days he seems like he just wants to gamble. He plays very aggressively and puts the money in. Other days, much more methodical. I think he reads hands pretty well. Be interesting to see which Marcello turns up today.
He's definitely up for this match, you know.
Absolutely.
Flown in a couple days and sees it as a huge challenge, I think, as far as his poker career goes.
Yeah, I think he really wants to win here.
13,000.
I forgot you made a 2.5x. I need to drink some water and eat something. Hillary is bad influence.
And you didn't eat.
Hillary, of course, being the Finnish pro Zygmunt, who Tom will be playing next.
What? You didn't eat the lunch?
No.
Yeah, sort of a backstory here. I think these guys have been in town, and I don't think Tom has slept much, if at all.
How are you going to play tonight after here?
Only dinner. Yesterday.
No, I'm saying, how are you going to play tonight after here? You're going to play in the game tonight, right?
Maybe, yes. Don't know.
They got a private game going on downstairs at Les Ambassadors, but it's nowhere near the stakes of this game.
This game, of course, being played at 500 and 1,000 blinds, some of the highest stakes poker ever played. Marcello is here to play, 3-betting Tom right off the bat with 10-5 off.
Yeah, really early. Do you think he's come in here with a bit of a plan, or is this sort of picking up from where they left off online?
Probably a little bit of each. Both have flopped top pair here. Neither kicker likely to play. If this goes to showdown, it's very likely to be a split pot.
Check.
Sort of an odd thing. You 3-betting and then checking the flop when you've hit top pair.
Well, it's a mediocre top pair. If Tom has something like 10-9 or better, then Marcello is well behind. And
15,000.
it's going to be difficult for him to get called by worse on the flop unless Tom has specifically something like an 8.
And now it's sowed seed of deceptions for the turn, so now he can definitely get called by way worse. Is that the idea?
And it also lets Tom bluff on the flop, allows Marcello to control the pot size a little.
You kind of feel like maybe what's going through Tom's head is the first time he's 3-bet, I kind of want to see what he's got. I don't want to get blown off this pot.
And Tom
right
has
now.
flopped a strong hand. Top pair will be best here a large amount of the time. The 9 has come to make it a split pot. They'll both be playing 10s and 8s with a 9 kicker.
I kind of feel like Tom might check here just for the sole reason that then he's definitely going to get to see Marcello's hand.
It's a consideration for sure. Though Tom checks and immediately turns his hand up, giving Marcello the opportunity to muck if he has worse.
Wow, I can win.
Playing good there.
Well, a little needle there, but I think Tom kind of likes it. He's going to have to stick that in Marcello's range now, really early.
Yeah, Marcello has made it clear that he does not need a big hand to start building a big pot.
On the river?
Hi, Sammy.
Hey, buddy.
Thank you.
Sammy George in there, wishing, obviously, Marcello better luck than he had against
I guess
her.
they want us to remember to value the money. They're very large chips. They're very large chips.
Positive reinforcement.